The Naysayers is a podcast with two bozos giving opinions out there. By no stretch of the imagination are we professionals. Please don't sue us.
Hello and welcome back to the Naysayers podcast. I'm one of your hosts, William Ruggio.
And I'm Shane Federley. So last week we did some bets out there and we both had some pretty good hits. Billy's pick with the Cardinals won huge, and my pick with the Packers won huge. So today's segment, we're going to do Bet Your Bottom Dollar.
Boom. And I have some good ones this week. Pretty ones that you wouldn't think, I wouldn't think.
Right. And if you would think, good for you. Send us some money. Bet responsibly.
All right, so let's start it off. I got Bears versus Lions. Bears are getting 3 points. I'm picking the Bears.
You're picking the Bears?
I'm picking the Bears.
All right.
So Bears won the last 2 of 3 games,
mm-hmm.
and they have 8 takeaways in that. The Lions have given up 25 points since week 7 on average, and it's going to be cold.
Yep.
So Goff is going to have to throw in the cold. So a huge upset. I know everybody in the world is probably picking the Lions. I'm picking the Bears.
I like that. One of mine is Rams versus Ravens, and the Rams are getting plus 7.5. Mm-hmm. And I think the upset is going to be the Rams, so bet on the Rams.
I actually like that one too. That's a pretty good one. I think it's pretty even with the 7 points, so I kind of stayed away from it. But yeah, I like that one.
I like it just because Lamar had that head problem, and you can't win every game. So I think this is one where it's an upset.
Yeah, that's true too. I forgot about Lamar. What is he, sick or something?
I don't know. It was an illness, but I think it was a head cold from one of my sources in the NFL.
Oh, all right, cool. So. All right, my second one is the Panthers versus the Saints. Panthers are getting 5.5.
5.5. That's good. What do you pick?
So I got the Panthers. So the Panthers have held so 4 out of 6 teams in the last 6 games less than 300 yards.
Wow.
And 3 of those 4 were within 7 points. So, and they're playing a really crappy Saints team. They've given up 30 points in the last 3 games. You have Winston playing, and he's got 3 turnovers already.
Yeah.
And you like him, though.
I do. I think it's still going to be a great show. So if you got nothing going on at that time slot, definitely watch the Jameis Winston Experience.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a horrible experience. But
so you're picking the Panthers?
I'm picking the Panthers.
Same. Me too. Yep. Definitely bet on the Panthers. It's going to be wild.
Oh, all right. So that's 2 of us that picked the Panthers. So do you have one in that, or did you have the same?
We had the same, and you brought in more of the statistics. I just think they got to win one more for the season. Well, because the Patriots won, so it doesn't hurt them to win because tank for Tua.
Well, right, and the Bears have their pick, so who cares, right? You might as well win and screw up the Bears
and make yourself feel better about playing quarterback in the NFL. So yeah, we agree on that one, and I think it'll be a good game to watch until it gets to the 4:00 games.
Right. All right, so pick 3 that I have. I have the Browns versus the Jaguars. So I picked the Browns. They're number 1 in the NFL with points allowed. Not having points allowed. And they're 5-1 at home. Yes, they had a bad game last week, but other than that, they've been really good on defense. The Jags have no Christian Kirk, and terrible. Most likely no Trevor Lawrence. Their backup QB also has a shoulder problem that I read the other day.
Yeah, they gave me a call.
Yeah?
They asked if I wanted to come.
Man, that would have been interesting to watch.
I couldn't do it for Jacksonville. They're in a playoff run for the Dolphins, so I'll sit at home.
One last quick statistics. They are Jaguars are 1-16 in cold weather. Ooh. Yeah. So that's why I have the Browns. They're -3.
Hopefully it's cold because the weather is looking pretty good.
It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be pretty cold. At least under 50 degrees.
Oh yeah, that's hard to play in. I have a different one.
Okay.
I do like your upset. You always have good upsets again with the Cardinals. Mine is Bengals versus Colts. I know it's plus 1.5.
I saw that. Colts are getting it, right?
Yeah.
That one's almost too obvious for me. So I wanted to give the people different ones. Colts are getting 1.5. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, but I would still pick the Bengals for the upset.
Oh, you got the Bengals.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake Browning's a stud. That team's gonna look to play off that win, and I think you should bet on the Bengals.
See, I thought, yes, he had one game that he was good. He was really good
Against a good defense.
It was, but I don't know if it was a fluke or not. And I think the Colts have just been on fire. So I thought that it was an easy pick with the Colts. But yeah, I like your pick because it could make you some money for sure.
And again, if it does, like, subscribe, comment, and send us a little something. It's Christmas.
All right, fourth one. I have Broncos versus the Chargers. Broncos are getting 2.5, and that's who I pick. There's a couple things I have here. So, won 4 of the last 5. If you take that last one out, Wilson has not had any turnovers. So against someone like the Chargers, I think that's a big deal. The Chargers defense is bad, the second worst in the league.
Wow.
And they're rushing. So they have a good running back, right?
Yeah.
Guess where they are ranked right now in the NFL?
Sure.
30th.
Wow.
Right? That's crazy. Yes, they have a good quarterback, and that scares people sometimes. I mean,
is he?
Well, they say he is. So I have.
I mean, he's good up until the fourth quarter. So yeah.
Yeah, I have the Denver Broncos.
That's a good one.
2.5.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so definitely follow that advice because I think that one's going to be huge. Everybody thinks, Herbert's going to go out there and just smoke them, but no. It's a brand new Russell Wilson.
By the way, I want them to do that. I want the Chargers to win. It helps the Bills.
Yeah. But again, I agree with your pick.
Yeah.
So, mine is Seattle versus 49ers, and it really hurts me to say this, but I think the upset of the week is Seattle beating 49ers. Yes, 13.5 points. Run with it.
So do you think Seattle is going to win outright or just win with the points?
Both.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Seattle did look great against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. So what do you think, Metcalf, now that they realize that he's the fastest guy in the NFL?
Yeah, he's up there.
He ain't just up there. He has the record right now.
He put the numbers up there.
He did.
There's still some games left. But yeah, he's fastest right now at his best. So
I push the buttons on those Miami. Yeah. Oh, they're all so fast. Well, they're
I'll tell you what, they're faster than we are.
That's for sure. Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, I'm pretty close though.
I think we could take 2 on a foot race.
Yeah, like maybe if it's like a 2-foot race, I might be able to get them. Probably
not. So definitely ride with me on the Seattle here.
That's an interesting one. I think San Fran is just the best team out there, and
well, hear me out. They played hard against Philly for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Last year really didn't sit well with them. It takes a lot out of you to go out there and put everything you have in.
I was just going to say that, and you make a good point there. That was a tough game. They're going to come back a little tired, so maybe.
And Seattle just got the doors blown off by Cowboys, so they're looking to make a statement as well. And I just think that one's going to make us some money.
I'll probably stay away from it, but with the points, that's a lot of points. Was it 13.5?
13.5.
It's a lot of points. All right. In my last pick, I got Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. 2.5 points for Tampa Bay. Really, the only reason I like Tampa Bay, so I'm picking Tampa Bay,
is Baker Mayfield.
Is because I think their quarterback is better than Ritter. He's just bad, and their defense is bad.
Yeah, and he's cooler.
He is cooler. We've been saying that for the last couple weeks.
Baker, if you ever see us, come hang out with us, bud.
Yeah. I think we'd
get along.
Yeah,
we'd party hardy.
Yeah, have a couple brewskis.
That'd be awesome.
All right, now we're throwing this in there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did you have
I did have one more.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's
my
okay.
bad.
I'm excited for what's after this too, so I get it. My next one is Raiders versus Vikings.
Okay.
And I'm
I was
riding with the Raiders.
Yep.
Outright and points. It's only 3 points, but I don't know. think the Vikings are abysmal. Sure, Josh Dobbs was cool and fun to watch, and Jefferson's coming back, but it's not going to matter.
Well, it gets tricky. I think they're too even. It was a game I stayed away from because I think they're too even, and with Jefferson coming back, that helps. But I did look at that and think Raiders.
Right.
So I'm with you on that.
Ride with us on our picks, and you'll win.
All right, now we'll jump into
There we go.
my bad. So these are the games. We just picked 2 games that we thought probably you should stay away from. One of them for me was the Bills versus Chiefs.
Yes.
A lot of people are picking the Bills, more than I thought would. And I don't know. It's only 1.5. Bills are getting 1.5. But Chiefs have the 4th best defense. But Chiefs are having a hard time passing the ball. And the Bills are ranked 8th in defense, pass defense. So it's just one of those games I really thought you should probably stay away from. But here's another big thing. The Bills, I'm a Bills fan, but man, few people have shot this out there, and I'm stealing it from them. They really haven't beaten any good quarterbacks. So you got the Jets.
They beat one.
They did beat one. Yes. I was going to say that. So Miami is the one that they beat. Miami fan. But other than that, man, the Jets, the Bucs, and we even lost the Jets.
Right.
And we even lost to the Patriots. So, but the ones we won, Baker Mayfield might be the best one. Washington Giants. I mean, we just really haven't beaten any good quarterbacks. And you know me now, watching the last couple shows, I usually pick by quarterback. So Bills should have won all those, right? So I don't know. It's just tricky. This is a tough game. The Bills have to win, but Chiefs have to show that they're still in there now that they've lost a couple games.
Right, but on the whole entire premise of it, it's not a game where you could really make money. So, like you said, stay away.
Yeah, I'm staying away from it completely.
One that I have to stay away from is Packers versus Giants. It's 6.5 points. Here the points don't affect me. That game's going to be just too much to make any money off of. It's going to be a one-sided score. So that's just one I want to stay away from.
What do you mean by one-sided score?
It's going to be 100-0.
So I would just stay away from it.
Just those kind of games don't really have good odds to make money off of.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense to me. Right. Yeah, because you would think that the Giants are really not going to do anything.
Right, they could with Tommy DeVito, but you never know.
I mean, I can't remember who they played, but they had a good game last week. Didn't they win?
I believe so, but let's look.
Yeah, because I actually don't remember, but I feel like they won.
Yeah, we should know this.
Yeah. It's one of those teams that's just we don't think about because they're not really in the playoff hunt.
Correct.
So I'm not scared to say I don't really remember. I think they won.
Sorry, Giants fans, we don't really follow you.
Yeah,
we will. This program will get better on following the Giants, but yeah, they didn't play.
Oh, they didn't play. It must have been the week before. It doesn't matter.
Right. It was still a good game. Tommy DeVito threw the rock.
Yeah, I can't even remember who they played, but they did good.
Yeah.
So they had a bye. Okay, no big deal. All right, so my next team that I think you should stay away from is next game, Eagles versus the Cowboys. Eagles are getting 3 points. A lot of people are out there picking the Cowboys. I think with 3 points, that's a little rough because they're both really good teams. Eagles did beat them last time they played, but here's the other thing. So I think the Eagles are going to be pissed off from losing to San Francisco. The D was rough, but I think that but this past week, that's got to be what they worked on, right? You would think. So there's that. And I'm sorry to bring this up, but I'll even say it's like the Bills too, now that I've looked at it. But it's like the Dolphins. Until the Cowboys prove it to me, I just don't see it. They've beaten a decent team with the Rams, but other than that, Panthers, Washington, Chargers, Giants, Patriots, Jets. I mean, They just haven't won against a big team yet. So until they prove it, I'm staying away from it. They look great in all those games. They beat the heck out of them. But that's my take on that game.
We both agree on this. I'm staying away from it. Again, we bet responsibly here, and you have enough of these picks to win money off of. This one, I just don't want to risk it. But I will say this: I think Dallas beats Philly, and then that narrative's crushed.
Maybe. And I'm actually going the opposite way. I think the Eagles are going to come back and beat them this week.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yes. So stay tuned to see how good we actually did on our picks.
And if we didn't do good, then we apologize.
Yeah, just ignore it. But
Yeah.
if we did good, like you should probably watch us like every week because we're awesome.
Like we said, we're better than you at picking bets to win. So
yeah, definitely.
Please comment, like, subscribe, and give us some feedback.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Stick your dog walking across the freaking floor, get a crack in her knee.
I don't think it'll be that big of a deal.